Corbett is with us right now, and we've been speaking with Glenn. Glenn, as far as this investigation is concerned, what is the next, after what you've heard this morning from the mayor and what we've been talking about here, what's the next step in this investigation in your estimation?
Well, certainly they're going to have to document the scene right now as it stands before they, of course, start to disassemble all the equipment and things. So that means, photographs, collecting all this video surveillance, all those kind of things to get sort of the baseline of information that's available. Then, of course, they'll go back to the records of this particular crane, the company, and look at what permits were issued and more importantly, what inspections were or were not made by the Department of Buildings. I think one of the issues that Marcia Kramer picked up on earlier was, the city has apparently mentioned this morning, the mayor mentioned that they're going to be hiring more inspectors. Well, this might be the clarion call for making sure that despite the fact that DOB would issue wind warnings for the collapse, for the cranes to prevent a collapse, that in fact the city actually dispatch inspectors to verify that actually is going on. So it's one thing to send a message out to tell people to do things. It's another thing for the city to actually verify that that's happening. So they'll, like I said, if they're hiring more inspectors, that's a very good thing. If they can do, I was just mentioning, of actually visiting the site to make sure the cranes are secure. And they will have difficulty, though, because cranes are a very unique piece of equipment, and it's not something you can just hire somebody off the street for. You have to find the right people, have the right expertise to know what they're looking at to do these crane inspections and things. So that will go forward, and I think overall the bigger picture, for the city is, what's the larger issues here with construction increasing in the city? Do we have enough people on the ground doing this? Is the permitting process good enough for what's happening here? How much oversight do we need to provide? And I think that might call for perhaps even an independent report that the city could commission by a group of experts, structural engineers, crane experts, things like that, to do this. So New York City does have one of the strictest set of regulations in the country for cranes. California perhaps is the only one I can think of that's in excess of what New York City does. But there's certainly the fact that we've had several of these mobile cranes basically have issues and things certainly, again, calls for a more aggressive look at what happened and action on the city's part as well.
Glenn Corbett, thank you very much.